Ever felt like you're losing yourself in a relationship? Like the person you used to be is slowly fading away? Welcome to Toxic Truth, where we uncover the hidden realities of toxic relationships. Today, we're diving into a topic that will shock and enlighten you: narcissistic abuse. This hidden form of abuse erodes your self-esteem, creates anxiety and depression, destroys your trust, and so much more. Let's jump right in and uncover the truth. Imagine looking in the mirror and not recognizing the person staring back at you. Narcissistic abuse often erodes a victim's self-esteem, leaving them feeling worthless and incompetent. This impact is deep and long-lasting, gradually weakening a person's confidence. Victims are subjected to continuous criticism, belittling, and devaluation by the abuser. Over time, this barrage of negativity deeply impacts their self-worth, creating a cycle of negativity that chips away at their confidence bit by bit. The psychological toll is immense. When the very person you rely on for support is the one tearing you down, the struggle for self-worth becomes a constant battle. Over months or even years, this treatment completely dismantles self-esteem, leaving victims as shadows of their former selves. Rebuilding self-esteem after such abuse is challenging but not impossible. It starts with small steps, acknowledging your worth and seeking positive affirmations. If you're finding it hard to recognize yourself after enduring constant criticism and manipulation, The Gaslight Effect by Dr. Robin Stern is a powerful resource. It delves into how gaslighting can slowly erode your self-esteem and offers strategies to reclaim your confidence and sense of self. Chronic stress, anxiety, and depression often plague victims of narcissistic abuse. This emotional turmoil stems from the abuser's constant manipulation and control, creating an environment of perpetual fear and uncertainty. The abuser's inflexible and manipulative behavior generates a constant state of fear. Victims frequently experience panic attacks, feelings of impending doom, and persistent sadness. But this emotional distress isn't confined to the mind, but manifests physically. Imagine being constantly on edge, fearing the next emotional blow. This unrelenting stress takes a toll on both body and mind, turning your safe space into a battlefield. When the emotional turmoil leads to physical pain, the impact becomes all-encompassing. The interconnectedness of the body and mind means that when one suffers, the other does too. Finding peace in such a chaotic environment seems impossible, but steps like meditation, therapy, and building supportive relationships can help manage these overwhelming emotions. Shannon Thomas' book, Healing from Hidden Abuse, provides a step-by-step guide through the stages of recovery, helping you understand the roots of your emotional turmoil and offering practical tools for healing. Creating these videos takes a lot of effort and dedication. If you find this content helpful, please support us by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us bring more valuable content to you. Thanks for being awesome. Narcissistic abuse often involves deceit, betrayal, and manipulation, which deeply damages the victim's ability to trust. This loss of trust extends beyond the relationship with the abuser, affecting all areas of life. Victims may struggle to trust friends, family, and new acquaintances. Overvigilance and suspicion become the norm, as they hesitate to share their feelings or reveal personal information. This constant questioning of others' intentions is exhausting and isolating. The impact of lost trust is profound and long-lasting. When you've been repeatedly deceived by someone you once trusted, it becomes difficult to believe anyone else has genuine intentions. This pervasive mistrust doesn't just affect new relationships, it can seep into long-standing ones, making it hard to reconnect with even the most supportive friends and family. Victims might find themselves doubting the sincerity of those who genuinely care for them, creating a vicious cycle of isolation and mistrust. This hypervigilance can also lead to self-sabotage, where victims may push people away because they have the chance to hurt them. This defensive mechanism, while understandable, further isolates the victim and reinforces the belief that they are alone and cannot trust anyone. Rebuilding trust after such betrayal is not just about learning to trust others again, it's also about learning to trust yourself. Victims often doubt their own judgment, wondering how they could have been so wrong about someone they trusted. This self-doubt can be paralyzing, making it difficult to move forward in any relationship. The road to rebuilding trust is long and arduous, but begins with small steps. It's important to give yourself time and patience as you navigate this journey. Trust-building exercises, such as gradually opening up to a trusted friend or practicing transparency in your interactions, can help restore your ability to trust yourself and others. Trust is the foundation of healthy relationships, and while rebuilding it is difficult, small steps like open communication and patience can lead to genuine connections again. Abusers often isolate their victims to maintain control, feeding into the victim's loneliness and dependency. This isolation has long-term effects, shaping a person's ability to form relationships in the future. Victims may withdraw from social activities, feeling disconnected and alone even when surrounded by people. The fear of judgment or disbelief keeps them from asking for help, deepening the emotional damage inflicted by the abuser. Imagine feeling completely alone in a crowded room. This is the isolating power of narcissistic abuse. Finding the courage to reconnect with others when your support network is dismantled feels daunting. But the effects of isolation go even deeper. Over time, this sense of loneliness can lead to hopelessness and despair, making it difficult to see a way out of the situation. The abuser's control is strengthened as the victim becomes more dependent on them, believing that they have nowhere else to turn. The isolation also reinforces the narrative that no one else cares or would understand, further trapping the victim in the toxic relationship. Breaking free from this isolation is not just about physically reaching out to others. It's also about overcoming the mental barriers built up over time. Victims may feel immense guilt or fear about seeking help, worried that they will be judged, or that their concerns will be dismissed. This emotional burden makes it even harder to take the first step toward rebuilding a support network. The good news is that recovery is possible and starts with small, deliberate actions. Reaching out, even in small ways, like reconnecting with an old friend, joining a support group, or speaking with a therapist, can be the first step toward ending the isolation. It's about finding and creating safe spaces to feel valued, understood, and supported. Over time, these connections can help rebuild your sense of community and belonging, slowly but surely dismantling the walls of isolation that the abuser has built around you. Rebuilding a social network takes time and effort. Support groups, therapy, and reconnecting with trusted friends and family can help you find safe spaces where you feel valued and understood. Gaslighting is a common tactic used by narcissistic abusers to make their victims question their reality. This manipulation severely skews the victim's perception of truth and self, leading to a constant state of confusion and self-doubt. Victims often find themselves chronically bewildered, constantly second-guessing their experiences and memories. This manipulation diminishes their sense of self and identity, making it difficult to trust their mind. Imagine not trusting your mind, constantly questioning your memories and experiences. This is the devastating impact of gaslighting. Reclaiming your sense of reality begins with validating your experiences and seeking support. Rebuilding a stable sense of self is daunting, but it's possible with the right resources. Therapy, support groups, and education about gaslighting can provide the validation and clarity needed to regain trust in your own perceptions. Empowering yourself with knowledge and tools is crucial. Learning about gaslighting and its effects is the first step toward healing. Remember, knowledge is power. Narcissistic abuse leaves deep, often lifelong scars that affect self-esteem, mental health, and the ability to trust and relate to others. Recognizing the signs and seeking help is crucial for recovery. With the right help, victims can rebuild and rejuvenate their lives, gaining confidence and well-being. Acknowledging the abuse and reaching out for help are crucial first steps on this journey. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll dive even deeper into the devastating impact of narcissistic abuse and explore more ways to heal and reclaim your life. Don't miss it. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like, and share it with others who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more people and spread awareness about the realities of toxic relationships. Until next time, take care of yourself and remember, you're not alone.